So for today's video, we're going to be going over a protocol that we've discovered for best exercises and non-surgical treatments for hammer toes. Now, I know most of the time when we talk about these things, I tend to have these things, and I do have hammer toes. So it's kind of nice that I have something that is in relation to what we are talking about. So these are things that Dr. Abelson and myself, we've come up with this protocol because we found it's been helping out with my hammer toes myself. So first thing in the morning, what we do, I'm actually just going to go over the exercise portion first. So the first thing that I do in the morning, when I wake up, so this is before even getting out of bed. So we're sitting in bed, and all I do is sit up and I reach down, and I'm going to be pulling my toes back and stretching them out. So giving them a nice big stretch. I hold this for about 25 to 30 seconds. So just holding them back. And then after the 25-30 seconds has gone, I like to go into flexion and extension of my toes. This always just feels nice, warming them up first thing in the morning. And then what I like to do is I like to get onto a harder surface for this next one. So for this next one, all you're going to do is you're going to put weight on all fours and you're going to curl your toes under. And if this is enough pressure for you and your toes, then just keep your body weight up. But if you're like myself, you can take a little bit more pressure, then all you're going to do is sit back down and you're just going to sit here and you're going to breathe. So this one, again, you're going to be holding 25 to 30 seconds. Now, it is also within your tolerance. A lot of people find it quite uncomfortable to be in this position for a longer period of time. So even if you're working yourself up 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15, 20, 25, 30, you're doing a great job. So these are the first two I like to start off with. Once I've done these two exercises, so what you do is I'm going to put all of my weight onto my left foot and I'm going to use my right foot. I come up on my toes and then I come up, over, stretch the foot, and then back, and then foot flat. So I like to repeat this 5 times per side, and then you'll also notice some creaks and cracks when it does happen. That is perfectly normal. So I would do it 5 times each side. I'm just going to show just the right side for today. Perfect. And then I also like to do toe raises or calf raises. So it's always good if you have something to support yourself with, something to grab onto is always helpful. So all you're doing is up onto the toes and back down. Onto the toes and back down. So this guy here, I like to do these about 10 to 12 reps. That's 6, 7. It's good for balance too. 8, 9, and 10. And then the last exercise, you're going to grab yourself a nice small tea towel. Place your foot on top of the tea towel. And what you're doing is putting your feet, placing them onto the towel, and you're with your toes, you're pulling the towel in and scrunching it in, and you are strengthening the bottom part of your foot. So then for this, I like to grab the length of the towel with one foot, and then I like to repeat it onto the other side. So that is an effective protocol that we have found when it comes to exercises for the hammer toes. So next up, we're going to have Dr. Abelson show you a non-surgical treatment that we found too that works.
So now that we've gone over the exercises for hammer toes, let's get into some of the treatment. Mickey, I'm going to get you to just lie back here for a sec. And what I'll do is I'll just get up and get all the toes over here. Okay, I'll just get you to bring the camera over here, please. So, some key things here is we want to actually mobilize the toes as much as we can here with a little bit of traction and torsion. How are we doing there, Mickey?
Good.
No problem there?
No, none.
Good. And then after I get on there, I'm going to get you to bring the camera over here a little bit closer, please, and above. So as I get on there, I'm going to get in between the toes. Yeah, that's close enough. How's that feeling, Mickey?
That's good.
Does that feel kind of intense in there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it and kind of work my way around there. Good. And in between the toes there. You feel it quite a bit up there.
Holy cow, yeah.
Yeah, that's super tight up there. So we need to work on both sides of the foot. So when I get on the bottom here, I'm just going to take it and go in between here. Take it down. All right. How are we doing?
Oh, that's good, but holy cow.
It's good, but it's super intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And again. Good. Okay, you can back off the camera there a little bit over here. So again, I would probably go back and I'd try and mobilize a little bit. And after I've worked on the toes, both sides, both the flexors and extensors for a few minutes, then I would go back and try and just give it a little bit more mobility, a little bit of traction, a little bit of torsion. Doing okay there?
Oh yeah.
Good. All right, now obviously I would repeat this on the other side. And then I would see whether or not I kind of work up my way up here a bit. You doing okay?
That's delightful.
There we go. And then we'll get on the bottom of the foot here. Just get you to bring the camera around this side, please. And I'm going to work all the way around there, taking the feet. So I'm really taking it. Flexion, you doing okay?
Oh,
that's really intense. Yeah. All right. Okay, now, let me just go over the camera over there one sec, please. So what's really important here is that when I'm considering hammer toes, I obviously have a major problem here, but I also have to take into consideration some of the kinetic chain relationships. For example, tension with the gastrocnemius and soleus that form the Achilles tendon will go directly in the plantar fascia and will affect all of the musculature underneath the foot. Underneath the calf muscles, we've got Tom, Dick, and Harry. 3 flexors. When they get tight and contracted, they will affect the foot and they will have a huge influence on the biomechanics of the foot in the creation of hammer toes. So it's not just a matter of treating the points where it hurts, but we have to work the entire kinetic chain, both anterior and posterior. This can be very effective when dealing with hammer toes.